tourist rides, or as the Germans call it, Touristenfahrten. Something you might know if you're familiar with the Nürburgring, the Nordschleife, one of the most demanding and arguably the most dangerous racetrack in the world, which often requires more than just balls of steel, but also good knowledge of the racetrack. But what if you have your vehicle, car or a motorbike, and you want to take it out on its first track day experience, and you don't really feel brave enough to go the Nordschleife, to enter the nemesis, to hold on to the holy grail of motorsport? Well, then I've got good news for you. There are also tourist rides at other racetracks, such as Hockenheim. I recently went to one of these events, to the tourist rides at the Hockenheim Ring, and today I'll analyze one of my stints with you. Right, so let's get right into it. I was a little too late to my stint. I don't know why, but whilst everybody else is rolling out, I'm still fiddling with my gloves and trying to get ready and not be far too late. But yeah, as you might be able to see, pretty much everybody else had left out on track already before I got going. So I kind of just had to roll up the field from behind. Checking for the GoPro real quick and putting it in gear. Waving to somebody who thought that my bike was cool and filmed me. That was kind of cool. And now I've got this Hayabusa in my way, which I really didn't want to have in my way. So first lap, here we go. I usually use the first lap to kind of heat up my tires, because this bike is my road bike. It's on street tires, more precisely the Bridgestone S22. So the first half of the lap I use to heat everything up. Tires, engine, brakes, just trying to get a feel for everything before I gradually try to improve my pace. You can seriously tell that the majority of the group has already gone quite a bit, because now it's about maybe 2 or 1.5 kilometers into the lap, and I'm just catching up to the last people who left. But yeah, let's do it. For all those wondering why I've got numbers on my windshield, it is not because this is organized by somebody, but it is because just a few weeks prior to this I was at another racetrack, at the same racetrack but at another event. So I just hadn't peeled off the stickers yet, just kept them on, because a week after this I again had an event with the same organization. So yeah, but now we're entering the last bit of the racetrack, of the Hockenheim racetrack, which is called the Autodrom. At the Autodrom, it was considered to be a motorsports arena. It's considered a motorsports arena because if you are in one of those stands over there, you can survey a fair share of this track, and it gives you a different experience than other racetracks just don't. You might have seen me pass a quad just there. It is because at the Hockenheim Ring, and that's another bit that I really value about their organization, they do clearly differentiate between cars and other vehicles when they do tourist rides. So they have multiple groups. You sign up for either a car group or for a motorbike group, depending on what you ride, obviously. And then based on this, you have different stints. So if you are on a motorbike, you are guaranteed to only be riding with other motorbikes, or in this case also 1 or 2 quads were there. So here you can tell that I'm trying to pick up the pace a little bit. I don't know why, but it might be slightly because I can see the clouds in the far distance turn grey, and I really didn't want to race in the rain. And so I kind of tried to get as many laps in as possible. Right now you can see me take the S1000RR on the inside, but yeah, because I was a little confused, you can see me shaking my head, because I got stuck in the wrong gear, because I focused too much on it, but yeah, I overtook Yeah, and it's usually also important for you to know the majority of the bikes there were actually leader bikes. I myself am on my R6. Again, trying to take this Z1000 there. But nonetheless, yeah, it's the majority of the bikes there are liter bikes. You have a few other 600s, but I was the only R6 there, so the only 600cc race bike. However, later in the video you might see another few 125cc bikes. So the ones that you can technically ride in Germany at the age of 16. So it's really an event for everybody. Just have 2 wheels and an engine and you're ready to go. Yeah, and that is just, I don't know why that happened. Just let's forget about it. Yeah. But this is one of the benefits of going to the racetrack. If I had done this on the public road, I would have ended up in a tree, or in another car, or oncoming buses. So I'm kind of glad it happened there. For all our English or American viewers who have not yet entered the civilized world and adapted the metric system, my speedometer is in kilometers an hour, not in miles an hour. Just trying to make that sure. Now you can see that I'm in first gear, which is the gear that you're supposed to be in on that hairpin corner. So, unlike the previous lap, I selected the correct gear. And again, don't comment on my line there. Again, you can see a bunch of liter bikes in front of me, so yeah, again, it was just very rare to have somebody on a 600cc bike. Yeah, this was just, I think, a Ninja 1000 and a Panigale V2. So yeah, it's very rare to see 600cc bikes on these events. Oh, that in front of me now is one of my mates. We went to the track together, so I'm just greeting him now, giving him the peace sign. Can't see it on this video, but you can see it on his video. This was quite alright. So this is the turn 2. In the second turn, you turn in quite late. And then when you hit the green mark on the right side, that's when you turn the bike to the left. And usually, I'm not doing it right now, but usually you stay very far on the right in that left bender, because only by that you can accomplish high speeds. But in my case, yeah, I don't know, I think the record I did that day was 272 kilometers indicated. That translates to about 170 miles an hour. Yeah, but indicated. So take a few miles or a few kilometers an hour off that thing. Again, the line I chose was on point. So this is quite interesting. We were shown yellow flags, which I saw a little late, so I apologize to him for having overtaken him. Yeah, you can see the yellow flag on the on the side, but you still have morons overtaking you, which you're not supposed to do. Speaking of not being supposed to do things, you're not really supposed to stop aside the road should one of your mates have a crash, because they have got marshals there, they've got a tow truck there, so there's really not much help that you can provide. But now it's green again, and this bloke is already annoying me, so I'm just deciding to overtake him again. And now, because I've learned from my mistake, I got the corner all right. Wish I could say this about the rest of the lap. Some people will probably be telling me that with a quick shifter or shifting without a clutch, I could have been faster around that track in general. But again, it's 2007 Yamaha R6 and RJ11. It's my street bike, so I haven't modified it that much. Aside of the exhaust and a few minor bits here and there, it's pretty much slow. Now, my line through there was better than before, so the tourist rides give you a chance to receive a touch point with racetracks in general, and to get a feel of what it is like to ride your motorbike, or your vehicle, the way it is supposed to be used. Good looking Ducati in front of me. Very good looking Ducati. I think it's a V4. He's not using all of the track now. So again, somebody who's probably just trying to exploit the limits of his bike and trying to get a little closer to the full potential. Right now in front of me you can see one of the 125cc motorbikes. Again, just any bike you have really. Put it on and ride. Now, you can see me shake my head because things like this might happen. You might have somebody in front of you or behind you who just doesn't really know the size of his bike or himself very well. So you kind of have to be aware of situations like this. They can arise, but it's just it's just a little nerve-wracking every now and then. Here I thought that my turn had ended, but I was wrong, because usually if the turn ends there's a board showing in pit or end of session, which it shows right there on the left right now, end of training. So this is going to be my last lap But yeah, for some reason I thought that this was my last lap, but really it wasn't. So you kind of get your last lap to say hello to the Hayabusa biker, and yeah, to just kind of roll the bike to the end. See me enter the Motordrome for one last time. This was also my very last stint. As you might be able to tell, the skies were closing a little bit, so yeah, it was time to go home. It was the last motorbike stint of the day, and I feared that it might rain. So I was, having had a lot of fun, I was still quite happy that that I could finish without too much rain. In fact, without any rain. So I was quite happy about that as well. But yeah, so that's basically my last stint around Hockenheim. So I hope you enjoyed my little take in one of the turns of the Touristenfahrten, or the tourist ride around Hockenheim. Overall, I would really recommend this for people who have never ever been on a racetrack and really just want to get a first impression of what riding on a racetrack feels like. I especially recommend the Hockenheimring because they do make a differentiation between cars and motorbikes, so you are a lot less stressed out when you're on track because it's just you and a few other bikers who all know how to ride, more or less. And you can go your pace. You really don't have to go balls to the walls, hunt down every last second. My fastest lap on that day was 2 minutes 8 or 2 minutes 7. My record on this motorbike is 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So yeah, really, you really don't have to go too fast. You're just there to enjoy yourself, to have a bit of time to get a better feel for your own motorbike, and you're definitely not there to be discovered as the next Marc Marquez. So I can only recommend it.